Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we have the RHYS Heroic Gauntlet challenge missions. We're going to be completing all 4 of the different challenges. Now the key thing you want to do is make sure you're running one tank and then like a support along with the 3 heroes which you have to run for that specific challenge. So for example we have Laika, Sinbad, Merrily. Now we're going to lock in a tank. Forester is a good tank, especially if you have him built and upgraded. Apart from that, Hugin can be a good support. Damon can even be a good support type hero, or you can even run the twins. So for example, here we could run the twins and have Merrily and Sinbad both on the Stellar Bond in a position like this. Merrily over here. And as for the artifact, it is really up to you. Like Shadow Blast is pretty good. Dragon Roar always is pretty good for Heroic Gauntlet. We'll try the Shadow Blast and see what happens here. So Forester is a really good hero. He tanks for your team. They also get off a decent amount of damage. And really, I don't think people are going to struggle too much with the challenge missions. It seems like it's actually pretty easy for this Heroic Gauntlet. But let's see. So there we have the first challenge complete. If you needed to and you didn't have Forester or the twins, you can replace them for Thorin and Hugin. That's more of like a budget version. And I'll show you an example of that here. So now we have this 3-team lineup, 3-hero lineup. Again, you could use Forester here, or like I said, you can use Thorin as a tank if you want to. And just have Thorin soul packed, maybe the Valen, who's also going to go into melee range. Or even Lily May if your Valen is not properly built up. And then finally, Damon is good here. Hugin is good here. We can try Hugin, for example, and have Thorin and Lily May over here. Hugin in front of the Laika. And we can go for... It really doesn't matter which artifact you go for. Shadow Blast, Light Call, Dragon Roar, all good options. Let's try the Shadow Blast and see what happens here. So, Valen, even if he dies, it shouldn't be much of an issue because your other heroes should remain alive for the whole fight. Thorin is going to tank for your team. Lily May will be dealing her damage, and if you have Lily May built, that would be more than enough damage for you to clear this challenge mission. So there we go. Pretty easy and simple clear. Let's move on to team number 3. Team number 3 is with Athalia. So if you don't have Athalia, even one copy, I think you're not able to actually complete this challenge. But then you can just skip out on this challenge and go for other ones. If you have Athalia even at one copy, then you will be able to do this challenge. And let's just follow like the same strategy we've been following up until now. Let's go for the Shadow Blast artifact. Let's go for a tank in the front. Let's run Thorin. And let's go for a supporter like Hugin. Hugin is just a really good support because even if you're all melee heroes like you are basically here, you can have Lenya swap back to Thorin, that's fine. Even if you have all melee heroes, Hugin is going to provide the shielding to protect your team. Thorin is going to tank that initial damage. Seth actually takes a lot of damage. Seth could die pretty easily, but even if Seth died here, the other heroes, mainly Lenya, is just going to solo the RHYS as long as she's protected. And you have Thorin soul pacting her, you have Hugin for shielding. So Hugin is just a really good support option, and a lot of people do now prioritize Hugin on their Light Bearer A-level wish list, and that is important. If your Hugin is still not completely built up, make sure to have him on your wish list because he's one of the best supports in the game. Okay, so I think we could make a Shamira comp work here if you have Shamira built, which again is a major priority for all players. So I'm considering Shamira almost a free-to-play hero at this point, and she can probably work even if she's not really highly ascended here. You just want to make sure she's protected. That is really important. And I think for the other heroes, you just want to kind of have them in the back because you don't want them to take aggro of the RHYS. Here, I don't know what artifact. Maybe we can try. Let's try Light Call spell and see what happens. Ludovic is going to be healing up the team a bit. Okay, so they end up in a pretty good position. Thorin is going to tank initially. Cassie's going to go down immediately. But as long as Shamir casts her ultimate, it's pretty much game over and you win. So this is a good comp you can run. Otherwise, if you just wanted to go for like a tank and a support, that would also work. Like for example, Forester and Hugin, because then you would have the factional synergy of Cassie, Hugin, and Forester if you're running Celestial Hypogean. So there we have it. Pretty much run teams like this. Use a tank, whether it be Thorin or Forester. Use the 3 heroes which are in the challenge, and then use like a support, whether it be the twins, whether it be Hugin. If you want to add in Shamir as a damage dealer, you can for the final team because you already have a support which is Ludovic. But for the other teams, it's basically all 3 damage dealers, so it's best to run 1 tank and 1 support, and hopefully you can get the job done. If you have any other tips or if there are any other teams that work for you, feel free to share them in the comment section. That is much appreciated. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There will be a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.